The internet was buzzing, social media feeds were flooded, the news hit like a ton of bricks. Young Philly, the comedic genius, the musical artist, the BBC presenter arrested in Australia on charges of sexual assault. The accusations were shocking, a stark contrast to the lighthearted persona he portrayed online. Fans were left bewildered, struggling to reconcile the image of their beloved entertainer with the severity of the charges. The man who brought laughter to millions was now at the center of a storm, his future uncertain, his reputation hanging in the balance. The arrest sent shockwaves through the online community. How could someone so seemingly approachable, so full of life, be accused of such a heinous act? The allegations were a stark reminder that behind the curated feeds and the polished personas, there lies a reality that can be far more complex and disturbing. The world watched with bated breath, waiting for answers, for justice to be served. The laughter died down. The jokes were silenced. The details of the allegations against young Philly were serious, painting a picture far removed from his comedic online presence. The incident allegedly occurred in Perth, Australia, following a performance. A woman, in her 20s, accused the YouTuber of sexual assault in a hotel room. The news spread like wildfire, leaving a trail of shock and disbelief in its wake. The gravity of the situation was undeniable. This wasn't a laughing matter. This wasn't just another online scandal. This was about a serious crime, about a woman's life forever altered, about the potential consequences of actions taken behind closed doors. The charges against young Philly were a stark reminder that fame, fortune, and online adulation are no shield against the pursuit of justice. Before the storm, there was sunshine. Before the allegations, there was laughter. Young Philly, born Andres Felipe Valencia Barrientos, was a man who had climbed the ladder of internet fame with infectious energy and undeniable charisma. His journey began on YouTube, where his comedic timing, relatable skits, and engaging challenges resonated with a global audience. He wasn't just a funny guy on the internet. He was a brand, an entrepreneur, a multi-talented individual who had successfully parlayed his online success into a flourishing music career and a presenting gig with the BBC. He had collaborated with major brands, released music, and become a household name in the UK and beyond. He was living the dream, building an empire on a foundation of laughter until the laughter died down and the world held its breath. Section 4, Justice in Motion, Legal Proceedings and the Weight of the Law. The wheels of justice began to turn. Young Philly appeared before the Perth Magistrates Court, the weight of the accusations heavy on his shoulders. He was granted conditional bail, a flicker of hope amidst the uncertainty. But freedom came at a price, a stark reminder of the gravity of the situation. The conditions were stringent. No contact with the alleged victim, a social media blackout, a hefty $100,000 cash surety, and confinement to Western Australia. The court's message was clear. These were not allegations to be taken lightly. The legal system was in motion, and young Philly's fate now rested in the hands of the courts. Section 5. A Career in Jeopardy, the Uncertain Future of Young Philly. The allegations cast a long shadow, threatening to eclipse the light of a once promising career. Brands, once eager to associate with his infectious energy, began to distance themselves, wary of the potential reputational damage. Collaborations were put on hold, endorsements reevaluated, and the future of his BBC presenting gig hung in the balance. The court of public opinion was in session, and the verdict was divided. Some rallied behind him, clinging to the image of the jovial entertainer they knew from the screen. Others were quick to condemn, their trust shattered by the severity of the allegations. The outcome of the legal proceedings would determine his fate, but one thing was certain. The road to redemption, if there was one, would be long and arduous. Section 6. A Digital Reckoning, Accountability, and Consent in the Age of Influence. The case of young Philly transcended the realm of entertainment news. It sparked a larger conversation about the responsibilities that come with influence, the importance of consent, and the need for accountability in the digital age. The internet, for all its merits, has become a breeding ground for unchecked power, where lines blurred and the consequences of actions were often minimized behind a screen. This wasn't just about one man's alleged transgressions. It was about a societal shift, a growing awareness of the importance of consent, the need to hold individuals accountable for their actions, regardless of their status or online persona. It was a stark reminder that the rules of human decency, of respect, and of accountability apply equally online and offline.